Hello and welcome to this very first course on Udemy. This is going to be a free course where I just basically go over the basic interface of Scratch and controls and loops and very basic things that you need to know in order to get working. So let's go ahead and get to it. There we go. So right here in this area, this is our stage area. So this is our stage area. This is where all of your characters, i.e. your sprites, are going to do all their animations, their actions. Basically, this is where all of your programming is going to take place. Underneath that, down here in this area, we have all of our different sprite information along with our stage information. So down here you can see that we have a list of sprites. I have 2 currently right now. Each sprite's thumbnail corresponds with the character that's on the stage. This one right here I actually have hidden, and I'll show you that why in a second, so you don't need to worry about that. Right here, where we say scripts, is where you have all of your different programming blocks. So Scratch is basically like programming with Legos. You just snap them in, and each block performs its own action. You combine and stack them in unlimited number of ways to get what you want to do. They're all color-coded. For instance, these motion blocks are blue, events are brown, control is yellow. You also have costumes for each sprite. You can paint and change each sprite as you see fit. You can add as many costumes that you like. As you can see right here, this one has 2. We can make our Scratch can animate or add however many we want. We can even add new costumes by uploading them from files, taking a picture with your computer, painting one, or even uploading a new costume from the library. So in fact, I can click here, go to the library, and I can add, for instance, Abby D to be a costume for the Scratch Cat. And then of course we have sounds. So Scratch comes with a whole bunch of sounds, music, sound effects, all kinds of stuff inside the library right here. You can even record your own sounds and load them from your computer as well. Go ahead and go back to scripts. And that's the basics. Now, one thing that you might run into with Scratch is the stage. So if you wanted to put in a costume for the stage. So the stage can be programmed, but if you see here, it has looks, it has pen, it has all these different ones. But it doesn't have motion blocks, so you can't really make the stage move. You can make sprites that are background sprites move in the stage, but you can't really move the stage, so that's why there's no motion blocks for that. You can add backdrops by painting them the same way that you would costumes. In fact, the stage acts exactly like another sprite, it just doesn't have motion blocks. And then of course you can add sounds. The stage can have all of its own programming. It also has these buttons right down here so that you can see, also you can load new backgrounds or paint backgrounds or even take pictures for backgrounds. And that's basically it for the interface. All your coding, all your programming is going to be done in this area right here, the script area. So right now it's blank, but it's very, very easy. All you need to do, for instance, if I click back on my Scratch Cat, I can just start dragging over blocks and they snap together automatically like that. I can actually zoom in like that. You can also right-click and duplicate blocks, or right-click and delete blocks. You can even add comments, which we'll be doing, which help you with your program later on. One other thing about their stage is that what you're going to notice is right here, these numbers, these X and Y coordinates. Your stage is set up on an XY plane, and let me show you more about how that looks. So if I actually go to my stage and I want to load up a backdrop, I'm going to load one from the library, and I have a really great one that illustrates this perfectly. Right here, XY grid. So you can see, I can actually zoom in for you so you can see better. So as I move my mouse around, this is constantly checking where my mouse is. Of course, up and down is X, or is Y. Right and left, horizontal, is X. Or yeah, is X. So we zoom out just a little bit. And if you go to the left, we have negative numbers. So this is negative 240. This is Y 0, because in the center right here is 0, 0. As you move to the right, we have positive numbers. And of course, if you move up, we have positive Y. If you move down, we have negative Y. And this is, I know it might seem a little bit confusing now, but I promise you it'll get easier as we go and actually start doing some projects. So that's the stage. Is there anything else I need to tell you? There's not much else that I need to explain, except for maybe, oh, and I've lost my mouse apparently. There we go. Except for if you click on a sprite, what you're going to see is you're going to see this information about the sprite. So this is sprite 1, but it's a cat. So if I wanted to change it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click the sprite right here, click right here, and I can change it to cat. I can also change my rotation style and its direction, which way it's pointing. And we'll talk about all that more later. And it actually gives its current X and Y position too. So that's it for the basics of Scratch and the Scratch interface. What we're going to go ahead and talk about next is is looping and direction. So hope you tune in for that one.